Guys, welcome frigging back to the No Nonsense Fitness Podcast with your host, yours truly, Joe Yaxley, where we talk about and break down frigging fitness myths. And today, I want to readdress and talk about something that I talked about in one of the first ever fucking episodes that I ever recorded long back for anybody who remembers that, the OGs here. Carbohydrates are killing your gains. Do carbs make you fat? The topic, the hot talk topic that everybody wants to know the answer to. The hot talk topic that when I used to be an electrician on site, throwing back the years now, 3 years ago, the lads used to, I can't tell you, my boss in particular, if you're listening to this, he won't be listening to this. Shout out, Gary, you're not fucking listening to this, are you? You're too busy, son. He used to say to me every single day, Joe, I've given up, not every single day, most weeks, Joe, I've given up bread. Bread makes me fat. Like bread really blows me, it makes me fat. I've given up eating in the morning. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm cutting out carbs. They make you fat, don't they? I was talking to my neighbour the other week as well. And one thing that he said, Joe, the trouble is, most people eat too many carbs, don't they? They make them fat. And I was fucking raging at the seams. I was fucking clenching my fist, ready to sling a left hook. But guys, do carbs make you fat? Today I'm going to break down the myths. We're 1 minute 20 in and I haven't even started talking about it yet. So let's begin. To begin with, no, breaking down the myth, carbs do not fucking make you fat. Stop being so friggin' stupid, guys. Carbohydrates do not make you fat, okay? Eating too many calories over the course of time is what makes you fat. Not carbohydrates, okay? Not protein, not fats. Fats don't make you fat either, okay? It is not the foods that you're eating that make you fat. For example, I'm going to go into this and give you a little bit more context, but you can get fat eating fucking broccoli every single day of your life, okay? You can get fat. You can get obese eating too much broccoli, okay? If you eat too much of it, you'll get fat. Likewise, you can get in not saying incredible shape, but you can lose weight, you can lose body fat just eating Mars bars, guys, eating a Mars bar diet, okay? Fat gain, fat loss comes down to being in a calorie controlled diet, being in a calorie deficit, okay? So it is being in a surplus, eating too many calories than what you're burning, which is what is causing you to get friggin' fat or gain body fat, okay? To gain weight. It is not carbohydrates, okay? It doesn't matter whether it's carbs, fats, protein, friggin' broccoli, Mars bars, Snickers, potatoes, bread. It does not matter the foods that you're eating, guys. It is not the specific and particular foods that are making you fat. It is the fact that you're just eating too much, okay? You don't have control over what you're eating, or you don't have any self-discipline, okay? You're eating too much shit. I hate to say I told you so, but you're eating too much shit. That's why you're overweight, guys. You're simply consuming more than you're burning, which is why you're gaining weight, okay? To kind of clear things up and clarify, scale weight, when you step on the scales, the number on the scales is not the same as body fat, okay? So many people I hear so many people talk about it and say, I want to lose weight. And a lot of the clients I work with say, Joe, the scales haven't moved this week. And let's use John as an example. I'll say, John, I don't really give a shit that the scales haven't moved because you're telling me that your clothes fit better. You're telling me that you got more energy. Are you going to be stood on the beach in 6 months' time, John, saying I weigh 70 kilos? Or are you going to be stood there saying, look at me, I've got abs, I look absolutely fucking unreal? The latter. I can guarantee you guys it's the latter. For example, I could weigh 80 kilos and be fat overweight. I could also weigh 90 kilos and be shredded in the shape of my life. What would I rather? I would rather look good, feel healthy. It doesn't matter realistically what the number on the scales is. So try not to get obsessed with that. Body fat and scale weight are not the same thing, okay? To put things into context, carbohydrates store water, okay? How physiology, I don't know if physiology is the human body, and how food works, with each gram of carbohydrate you consume, so for each gram of bread, it's not as simple as this, but for argument's sake, for each gram of bread you consume, or each slice of bread might contain so many grams of carbs. For each gram of carbohydrate you consume, your body stores and holds on to 3 to 4 grams of water molecules, okay? So if you was to consume a kilo of carbohydrates, it's quite a lot, by the way, it's a lot of potatoes. If you was to consume a kilo of carbohydrates, your body would store and hold on to 3 to 4 kilograms of water, okay? Hence why, if you go out for a big fuck off cheat meal, guys, and eat a lot of chips and consume a lot of sodium also causes you to hold water, you'll notice that your scale weight is heavier the following day. So this is why I get my guys to track scale weight across the course of the week, and do not just weigh yourself once a day. Do not weigh yourself once a day, guys. It's stupid, because I tell my parents this. Your scale weight goes like this every single day. So if you weigh yourself every single Saturday, but every single Friday you eat a bigger meal than you do every single other day of the week, you're weighing heavier on that Saturday, and you'll be under the impression that you may not be losing body fat, but you are, guys. It's just a number on the scales, okay? You can lose fat also eating bread, okay? I get this. I get this so much. Just before we move on to the bread situation, guys. So the more carbs you eat, the more water you hold. Hence, the number on the scales will go up, right? That's not fat gain. That is weight gain. That is the number on the scales, okay? I get guys who might come in and message me and say, Joe, I weigh, Darren said this the other day, Joe, I weigh fucking 80 kilos still. Should I be worried about scale weight? And I said, Darren, your abs are starting to come through. Last week, they were not coming through. So, mate, dude, I do not give a shit about what the number on the scale says, okay? Second myth that we're going to burn and chuck in the bin is bread does not make you fat either, guys. Okay? Stop blaming bread. Bread is not your problem. Bread, it might be the fact that you're a little bit intolerant or susceptible or sensitive to gluten, and you get a little bit bloated when you eat bread. It is not fat gain, guys. It is water retention. It's just the fact that you're eating carbohydrates and you're blaming bread, okay? Bread may bloat you. That's a digestion issue, okay? That's a fiber issue. It's not a fucking fat gain issue. It's not a carbohydrate issue, okay? You need to sort out your digestion. You need to sort out your stress, okay? Because all these things cause digestive issues. You might be sleeping 5 hours a night. You might be stressed through the roof. And then because you eat bread, you get fucking bloated. You're blaming it on the bread, guys. It is not the bread, okay? You can lose fat eating bread. It is portion size, which is your issue. It is consuming too many calories, which is what your issue is, not bread, okay? So if you're listening to this and you've got digestive issues and bread bloats you, look at your stress levels. Look at how you manage and handle stress. Look at how many hours a night you're sleeping, and then address your gut and digestive issues, guys, before you blame your diet, okay? Because it's likely not your diet causing the issues, okay? One thing that I used to do when I first started my fitness and fat loss journey was I used to eat chicken and veg and cut out all rice. I was like, yeah, carbs are making me fat. I used to be under this impression as well. I used to have sweet and sour chicken with, I used to go to Aldi's and buy sweet and sour sauce and have like sort of stir-fried chicken and veggies. Didn't lose weight because I was still consuming the same amount of calories in fucking unhealthy sauces and stuff like that as well, guys. So my argument is that clean food does not guarantee fat loss. I could eat chicken and broccoli, but if I'm eating too much of it and I'm not moving enough and I'm eating more than I'm burning, then I will still gain fat, okay? For example, I used to work with a guy called Wayne, Welsh Wayne, I'm going to call him. I never called him that to his face. But we went through a period where he wasn't losing weight, he wasn't losing fat, and he should have been. And he used to say to me, Joe, I got a little bit hungry. I've been snacking this week, but I've only been eating healthy snacks. I've been eating like nuts and have a little bit of avocado and do you know what I mean? Fruit. Guys, there's still calories in fucking nuts. There's still calories in fruit. Whether it's healthy or not, if you're eating too much fucking, like if I was to go downstairs and snack on fruit every 5 minutes, guys, it still contains calories, okay? You're still going to put on body fat. So it doesn't matter whether you're eating broccoli or Mars bars. All food, I'm not going to say all food is equal, but all food contains calories. Some contains more than others, but if you're eating too much, albeit healthy food, you're still going to gain fat. Okay, guys? So yes, you can overeat on healthy food. Don't fucking keep thinking, oh, I'm snacking, but it's healthy snacks. Guys, if you're eating too many healthy snacks, you will still gain body fat, okay? Consistency is what is going to save you here, not restriction, not restraint. Enjoy the foods you like in moderation. For example, I have a chocolate bar once a week. I eat dark chocolate every single day of my life in my diet. I eat peanut butter. A lot of people might say, fuck, peanut butter's high in calories. Well, yes, it is, but in moderation, guys. You can eat whatever foods you like in moderation. If you enjoy your diet, you're less likely to binge and want to eat shit, okay? So build your diet plan of foods that you friggin' enjoy, and that's going to make it easier to stick to. That's going to make it more sustainable. That means you're going to see better results over time, okay? Also, stop skipping meals. I see so many people and work with so many people who skip meals and they're like, fuck, I'm gonna skip breakfast because You know what I mean? I'm just going to skip breakfast. And then they get to lunch, guys, and they're fucking down a cafe eating shit, or they're buying cakes, or they're buying crisps and meal deals on the way to work. Stop skipping meals. The best diet plan is one that's built around you, but it's also one that's probably built up of breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a couple of snacks in there, okay? The fact that you're restricting yourself, you're getting starving, you're getting hungry, you're then overeating. So that could be an issue that you may want to address as well, guys, because you're starving yourself, you're then getting hungry, you're then making poor decisions, okay? And you're blowing your fucking diet. So stop starving yourself. You would be better to actually eat more calories, because the thing is, at the minute, you're probably starving yourself. You're then crashing, binging, eating shit, loads of calories. Fuck, I'll go to the shop and buy some crisps and a Mars bar. Perhaps you'd be better to eat 5 like decent actual meals that are going to fill you up and then not going to cause you to overeat. This is an issue that I get with a lot of my clients, is that when they first begin, I'll build them a diet plan, a nutrition plan, and they'll message me and be like, Joe, I'm struggling to eat all the food. Well, of course you are, because you're eating food now that keeps you full. You're not eating shit that spikes your blood sugar and makes you fucking hungry all the time, guys. So be smart with your diet, okay? Stop restricting yourself, okay? Last point on carbohydrates, guys. Carbohydrates are fuel. If you're going into the gym fasted, starving yourself, and you've got no energy, again, you're not going to be going into the gym building muscle, working hard enough to build muscle, creating enough fatigue to build muscle. If you're going out for a run, you feel fucked because you're starving yourself. You're not going to be able to perform well on this run. You're not going to get fitter. You're not going to get faster. You're not going to get stronger, okay? If carbs made you fat, the best athletes in the world would be fucking obese and overweight, guys. The best athletes in the world, the truth is, they eat a lot of carbohydrates, okay? Because carbs are there for performance. Carbs are the body's most simplest form of energy, and if you're struggling for energy, it could be a carbohydrate issue. So you may want to look at that, guys. It's also going to help with recovery. Okay, so if you are training hard, carbs are going to help with recovery. It's going to help with muscle retention. It's going to help with performance. Carbs are just going to, 1, make your life easier. 2, make your results better. But 3, who wants to cut out carbs? Carbs, bread, chips, pasta, potatoes. It's the fucking rice. It's the fucking good stuff, guys. So stop cutting out carbohydrates, okay? Your problem right now is probably that you are starving yourself. You then ended up snacking, nicking food out of the kids' lunchbox maybe, or stopping off at Greg's or Tesco's buying meal deals on a day-to-day basis. Maybe it's the fact that you're cutting out bread, and then you're consuming too many liquid calories, like full-fat Red Bulls, like full-fat Cokes, like fucking milky ass lattes and coffees, guys. Okay? Maybe you're restricting yourself in a week like I used to do, and then come Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'd have a massive fucking binge. I'd go 2 steps forwards in a week and go 3, 4, 5 back at the weekend. I'd be back to square one. Okay? So it is not a carbohydrate issue. It's a sustainability issue that you're trying to probably be too restrictive, and you're blaming carbs, you're blaming bread, guys, when that isn't your problem, okay? To close out, carbs don't make you fat. Shout out Wayne if you're listening to this. This was inspired off the back of our conversation. Wayne is a client of mine, and he was telling me that he went out with one of his mates the other week. Wayne went out for his birthday with one of his pals, and one of his pals said, I'm on a fat loss journey, but I'm going to cut out carbs, I'm cutting out bread because it makes me fat. And I was like, Wayne, I'm going to fucking record this for you, son. So, Wayne, this is for you. Send this, show this to your mate, guys. And if you've fallen short of this before, if you're guilty of this, cutting out carbs, thinking carbs make you fat, or if you work on site, or you've got a mate or a friend or a family member who blames carbs and blames bread and says that carbs make them fat, guys, send them this, because carbs are your simplest form of energy. Carbs will make your life more enjoyable. They'll give you more energy. They'll help you build muscle more. They'll actually make you enjoy your diet a little bit more. If I cut out carbs, guys, and I was never able to eat bread or chips again in my life, it wouldn't be good, okay? I'd be crashing, binging, and sneaking chips into my mouth when my missus goes out the door, okay? Stop cutting out bread. Instead, just have a controlled calorie intake. Put yourself in a calorie deficit, guys. Stick to it for long enough and you'll see results, okay? Fat loss is management, not elimination. Check that out, okay? If you listen to this, you was inspired, you took some value from it, you want help from a one-to-one coaching service, guys, tailored training, nutrition, supplementation, 24/7 support from somebody who's actually been there, done it, and helped hundreds and hundreds of fucking men and a few women along the way as well. Mainly men, but a couple of women along the way as well, guys. Reach out. I will stick a link down below the video. You can inquire for more information. I'll send it over. realistic, affordable, personalized, one-to-one coaching built around you, your job, your goals, your lifestyle, guys. So if you're interested in that, click the link. If there's anything else you want to see, let me know. Other than that, hope you took some value from it. Hope you took some value from carbohydrates do not make you fat. It's probably the fact that you're cutting out carbs and ending up eating shit, guys. So consider that one. Hope you took some value, and hopefully you're going to reintroduce carbs and start eating some good food in your diet again, guys, because it's like I said, it's not a carbohydrate, it's not a bread issue. It's probably a digestion, a stress issue, and a myth issue that you've been looking at so much shit on social media. But hopefully this has broke your belief and made you realize that you can eat carbs, guys, and still see results. Big up, peace out, and I'll see you in the next one.